comes a time in life where you realize you spend your life giving worth to the worthless. I lived long enough to see myself become a villain. The world sees you in that vision when you make your first million. This society of hypocrites looking for a bailout. Second you advance, they start calling you a sellout. Sold for disloyal fans that don't know respect. The grind of being top dog, they only know to deflect. My yank chain off my neck, no longer dragging me down. Recognizing my status, I ain't seeing you clown. I live a life for kings, decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never amount to the price of my soul. Through my career, always been called a company man. You can't be best for the business with no game plan. Five knuckles always shuffle when I hustle the crowd. Had to box out my fan base, no marks allowed. Hollywood star now, I'm a man of class. All these frail civilians ain't at my status. Get used to seeing me with the gold and leather. Your dream ends and never, my time is forever. I live a life with kings, decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never amount to the price of my soul. You say I sold out the garden, I sold out all the merchandise, I sold you my soul. But you couldn't handle it, so I'm taking it back. It's going to a more worthy cause. The final boss, and the greatest of all time. There comes a time in life where you realize you spend your life giving worth to the worthless. I lived long enough to see myself become a villain. The world sees you in that vision when you make your first million. This society of hypocrites looking for a bailout. Second you advance, they start calling you a sellout. Sold for disloyal fans that don't know respect. The grind of being top dog, they only know to deflect. My yank chain off my neck, no longer dragging me down. Recognizing my status, I ain't seeing you clown. I live a life for kings, decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never amount to the price of my soul. You say I sold out the garden, I sold out all the merchandise, I sold you my soul. But you couldn't handle it, so I'm taking it back. It's going to a more worthy cause. The final boss, and the greatest of all time. Through my career, always been called a company man. You can't be best for the business with no game plan. Five knuckles always shuffle when I hustle the crowd. Had to box out my fan base, no marks allowed. Hollywood star now, I'm a man of class. All these frail civilians ain't at my status. Get used to seeing me with the gold and leather. Your dream ends and never, my time is forever. I live a life with kings, decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never amount to the price of my soul. You say I sold out the garden, I sold out all the merchandise, I sold you my soul. But you couldn't handle it, so I'm taking it back. It's going to a more worthy cause. The final boss, and the greatest of all time. There comes a time in life where you realize you spend your life giving worth to the worthless. I lived long enough to see myself become a villain. The world sees you in that vision when you make your first million. This society of hypocrites looking for a bailout. Second you advance, they start calling you a sellout. Sold for disloyal fans that don't know respect. The grind of being top dog, they only know to deflect. My yank chain off my neck, no longer dragging me down. Recognizing my status, I ain't seeing you clown. I live a life for kings, decked out in gold. Success is like my DNA, it's never built to fold. I'm the best of all time, this might sound cold. You people will never
Yo, what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? I was gonna go do a stream of Madden, but buddy of mine says, "Why don't I do something a little different?" So we're gonna go on live with just gonna do some talk about the new stadiums around that are gonna be being built and stuff. So let me do something real quick and then we can get into it. Here is a list of stadiums right now that are being built or going to be ready. We already know Tennessee Titans. They already have stadium. We already know that they're getting the Super Bowl. We already know that 2030 Super Bowl is going to Nashville. We already know that. So let's get into it. Like I said, I'm going to play a little bit of videos of what the stadiums are looking like. But let's get into it. But this is the first one I pulled up. We're going to talk about the Broncos a little bit first, but I have a whole list of stadiums here. And I think we're going to, but this is what they're talking about. The Denver Broncos are planning on building a brand new state-of-the-art stadium. Should be ready by 2031. That's really cool. That is really awesome. And things. That's really, really cool. So with that, we are going to share here. Let me get back to where I need to be. Like I said, this is going to be just a little short video or little short. So let's get started on this. Let's start sharing our screen here. We're going to look at the new Broncos Stadium. Walmart's money, $2.2 billion. This is like a 10-minute video. This one, I think we're going to do this one. It's shorter. So,
significant revenue opportunity. At Burnham, their announcement of a $2 billion plus privately funded stadium development at Burnham Yard. The retractable roof design positions Denver as a serious contender for future Super Bowls and major NFL events. Welcome to Big Builds. The transformation of Burnham Yard into the NFL's next architectural marvel represents the Walton Penner ownership group's commitment to elevating the Broncos franchise. When Rob Walton led the $4.65 billion purchase of the team in 2022, he inherited a venue challenge that had limited Denver's hosting prospects for decades. Empower Field at Mile High, despite its passionate fan base and iconic location, lacks the covered facility requirements for modern NFL marquee events. The 58-acre Burnham Yard site, located less than 2 miles from the current stadium, offers everything Empower Field cannot provide. The downtown Denver location maintains fan accessibility while providing the design freedom necessary for a truly transformational facility. NFL development consultant Maria Rodriguez from Stadium Analytics International explains that the site selection demonstrates sophisticated understanding of modern venue requirements. The Broncos evaluated 17 potential locations across the Denver metropolitan area, Rodriguez notes. Burnham Yard emerged as the clear favorite because it combines downtown accessibility, adequate acreage for mixed-use development, and proximity to existing infrastructure. The site's rail access and highway connectivity eliminate many transportation concerns that plague other NFL developments. The retractable roof design addresses Denver's unique climate challenges while opening new revenue opportunities. Unlike outdoor venues that struggle with weather-related game delays and limited off-season usage, the Broncos' new facility will operate year-round for concerts, conventions, and special events. This capability mirrors the success of venues like Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta and State Farm Stadium in Phoenix, both of which have become regional entertainment destinations. Dr. James Patterson, sports facility economist at University of Colorado Denver, believes the retractable roof decisions, NFL drafts, and international games all favor venues that can guarantee optimal conditions regardless of external weather. The Broncos conducted extensive fan surveys throughout 2024 to gauge support for a covered facility. Results showed 67% of season ticket holders favored weather protection over the traditional outdoor experience. This data supported ownership's decision to pursue the more expensive retractable roof option rather than a fixed dome or continued outdoor configuration. Technical specifications for the retractable roof system mirror the most successful NFL installations.
Wow.
The Broncos are working with the same engineering
Oh,
firms that designed the mechanisms for Mercedes-Benz Stadium and State Farm Stadium, ensuring proven technology rather than experimental systems.
Cool.
Opening and closing times will range from 12 to 15 minutes, allowing for rapid response to changing weather conditions. The stadium's capacity will exceed the current Empower Field configuration of 76,125 seats. Early designs suggest seating for approximately 80,000 fans, with premium hospitality options that could push revenue capacity even higher for special events. This increase positions Denver competitively with newer NFL venues that have set higher standards for fan experience and revenue generation. The Walton Penner Ownership Group's financing approach represents a new model for NFL stadium development. Unlike recent projects in Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and Minneapolis that required substantial public investment, the Denver project will utilize sustainability features that will exceed due to venue limitations. Conservative estimates suggest the facility will host over 150 events annually, compared to the current venue's approximately 25 events per year.
That's crazy.
Comparison to recent NFL retractable roof venues reveals both opportunities and potential challenges. Mercedes-Benz Stadium's construction exceeded budget by approximately $400 million, while State Farm Stadium faced significant delays due to roof mechanism complications. However, both venues have proven enormously successful in attracting major events and generating revenue beyond traditional NFL usage. The Broncos' naming rights strategy for the new facility represents a significant revenue opportunity. With corporate headquarters relocations to Denver and the region's growing technology sector, multiple companies have expressed interest in premium naming agreements. Industry experts estimate naming rights could generate $15 to $20 million annually, helping offset construction financing costs. Fan experience enhancements in the new facility will address many limitations of Empower Field at Mile High, improve sightlines, enhanced concessions, and premium hospitality options reflect lessons learned from recent NFL venue openings. Advancing their retractable roof stadium with unprecedented private funding, positioning Denver for major NFL events, including future Super Bowl hosting opportunities.
That is crazy.
We'll follow environmental approvals and construction timeline developments as this ambitious project transforms Denver's entertainment landscape. Subscribe for comprehensive stadium construction and development updates covering the biggest builds across professional sports.
Well, I would like to thank this person having this video out, and thank you, that's, so if you want to go see this person on YouTube, head over to his channel, subscribe. He does some good stuff. So kind of what we're looking at now is we're going to go back to, I know we got, but it's just unreal, guys. Now they're talking, let's go to a newer thing here, and let's stop sharing screen, I guess. So, all right, we're going to stop sharing the screen, and now we're going to look into all of this. These are the stadiums right now. Buffalo Bills' new opening of All-American Stadium. And Overland Park, New York is scheduled to be open in 2026, as we know. The Dome new Nissan Stadium is going to open, track to open in 2027. That's coming up real quick and right away. That's cool. It's coming soon. Cleveland Browns are getting a really interesting stadium. The Cleveland Browns plan a brand new $2.4 billion enclosed dome. That the stadium in Brook Park, Ohio, by 2029. Wow, that's gonna be quick. That's gonna be real quick, guys. And it's good. I mean, it's really, really good. That is awesome to see. That is really awesome to see. And like I said, this is not going to be a long video because I'm going to get off here just a little bit. Instead of playing Madden or something, a buddy of mine says, oh, I should go do a panel. So I was thinking, you know what? I'll do a panel, a fun panel of talking about the NFL stadiums that are coming up that are really cool. So, like I said, Jacksonville Jaguars is getting an upgrade. Basically, they're doing 1.4 Jacksonville Jaguars, a $1.4 billion construction transfer in Evan Park Stadium is selected to be completed for 2028. There was rumors, and this is a WNFS non-exclusive, and I could be wrong, or somebody can fact check me later on down the road and then put it in the comments. There was rumors that the Jacksonville Jaguars were going to play football at Daytona for a little bit. That was just a rumor I heard. I don't know if it was true. I don't know. But somebody could fact check me on that. There was rumors of them looking into it. But, you know, the Cleveland Browns and Washington Commanders plans are in progress for the old RFK Stadium site. If people haven't seen that, that is what they're doing is the stadium has traffic going under the stadium. It is what I saw on a Facebook was really cool. We're going to see if we can find that real quick. I'm going to see if I can find it. Let me, hold on. I'm going to mute for a minute. All right, we're going to play a news thing. It's not going to hurt, I don't think. It'll be really cool. I know there's not anybody in here hardly, but thanks, Joe, for coming in. I appreciate it. But I know it's late, but I'm just going to do this real quick. And like I said, I'm going to get off. But let me share a screen. Share screen. We're gonna share the screen. We're gonna go into. We're gonna watch this.
We begin with breaking news, and it's wonderful news. It's a first look at the images people across the DMV have waited months for. Moments ago, the Washington Commanders released the first batch of renderings of the team's new stadium on the RFK site, and WUSA 9 has been there right along for every step, and we're here this morning for you to see. Our chief investigative reporter, Eric Flack, is joining us at 8. He's been covering the Commander Stadium pursuit for years. He's been working this story since early this morning. Flack, these are the first publicly released pictures of the stadium.
And Allison, it seems like we've been waiting a long time for these,
Oh, yeah,
haven't we?
absolutely.
And I think the wait is worth it. It's a $3.7 billion stadium. And as you remember, taxpayers have kicked in $1.1 billion in funding. So let's see what they got for all that money. Let's get right to the images. There they are. Commander owner Josh Harris has said the stadium would reflect the nation's capital while honoring the old RFK Stadium. Sorry about that.
It
The
looks like
design
it too,
firm-
Flack, when you said the old stadium.
Doesn't it
it's
look
very
like the old
reminiscent.
stadium? Yeah,
It is.
design firm HKS appears to have delivered on that promise. It's on the monumental axis there, so it's all in line with the Capitol and Washington Monument. The stadium is going to hold 70,000 people, making it large enough to host the Super Bowl. Now, it does sit, let's look at this one image along DC's monumental axis right there. So it's in a straight line with the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, and U.S. Capitol.
That's
Isn't that
cool.
beautiful?
That
The
is really
stadium
cool.
features a transparent domed roof. It rises on the north and south sides, but stays lower on the east and west. And that's to avoid blocking the views of the Capitol and the monuments. That swooping roof line, as you said, doesn't it
it
kind of
does.
echo the old RFK? It looks a lot like the old RFK. Notice those columns along the exterior. They're designed to connect the stadium interior with the public spaces outside.
And
So
it's very Jefferson Memorial.
it is. And they
Yes.
really tried to kind of make it look like a monument. Now, as with the agreement with the city, 30% of the site is going to be dedicated to parks and recreations along the waterfront. The stadium is designed by HKS, that's the firm behind US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, and AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Now, in a statement, Mark Klaus, who's the president of the Washington Commanders, said HKS's approach has, quote, helped us shape a concept that is worthy of its extraordinary site along DC's monumental axis and truly embodies the spirit and character of the district. DC Mayor Muriel Bowser credited HKS with designing an iconic stadium that honors the history of our city and our skyline, while also being a true catalyst for future opportunity at the RFK campus. The team in the city say the project is designed to spur development, as we know, surrounding development in that entire area, serving both as a gathering spot, a venue for major events, and really a catalyst for economic development in that.
That is really interesting. Wow. That is really cool. That is awesome. That is so cool. Well, probably going to get off here in a minute. Let's look at the, we're going to do something real quick. But I know the Cowboy, not the Cowboys. I know the, we're going to stop sharing. Going to redo this. I screwed up. The new Tennessee Titans Stadium. Five-minute, we can do that, or we're going to share my screen again, guys. And like I said, we're just going over some of the cool stadiums. I know that the Titans said it's 30% more, that it will not be any bad seat in the house. I don't know if that is true, but let's get ready to share this out, or share it. All right, we are ready.
This stadium will redefine Nashville. A brand new Nissan Stadium is rising in Tennessee. Construction began in February 2024, directly next to the current venue. It will become the future home of the Tennessee Titans. The stadium is designed as a fully enclosed arena, built for year-round events. Capacity will be around 60,000 seats. The project cost is estimated at $2.1 billion, one of the most expensive stadium developments in U.S. history. The design comes from Manica Architecture, featuring a translucent roof, The official opening is planned for 2027. After the 2026 season, the old Nissan Stadium will be demolished. This stadium will redefine Nashville.
So,
A brand new Nissan Stadium is rising.
so there we go with that. So, if anybody is interested, I know that they were working on the roof a couple of weeks ago or whatever. I don't know if they got the roof done. I don't remember. I should do more research, but
Hey everyone, before we get into this next update about the new stadium right here behind me, if you've been down here or driven by, just the sheer size difference from the old stadium to the new one, this new stadium is absolutely massive. And I got a bunch of stats here to go over with you to show you how much bigger this one is. But if you're not too familiar with the project, so a brief background on you for you. The new Nissan Stadium, it's a $2.2 billion project. Construction started in February 29th of 2024, and they're expected to be done in February of 2027. Now watch out, from May to August of 2027, they're going to do a bunch of events here for the opening of the stadium. So watch for more on that later. They got all kinds of different fan experience upgrades in here, like the second floor entrances from the outside go right into the seats, which is really cool.
wow.
Now there are 4 escalators in the old stadium, and there's 44 in the new one. So you get up and down pretty easy.
Whoa.
There were 6 elevators in the old stadium. There's 27 in the new one. There's fully frictionless concessions for faster service. So you can get in, get out, get your food, your hot dog, your drinks, whatever you want, much quicker. And there's double the number of bathrooms. I mean, when you got to go, right? So they're taking that into consideration with double the number of bathrooms. The team store was 4,000 square feet in the old stadium. It's 11,000 square feet in the new one. And there's 3 satellite stores. So you can get your merchandise, your shirts, whatever you want. You can do all over the place in the stadium. There's 360-degree views on every floor from every level. Now, in the old stadium, that was just mainly in the suites. This one, it's in the entire stadium. There's all kinds of high-end finishes, makes it look real nice. For the players, the football facilities, the locker rooms are 50% bigger than the old stadium. So it can fit the whole team quite nicely, be nice and comfortable. Now, some really cool features they're doing. They have a dedicated space honoring Tennessee high school football for girls flag football. They got a whole area for that, with premium concourse design and wood ceilings and illuminated columns in there. It's going to look pretty cool. The renderings look pretty neat. As soon as we get in there and show it off, we'll do that as well. Now, as far as the roof, everybody loves the roof. The new roof coming in. That thing is 660 feet wide. That is a giant roof, and it's supported by a roof structure with a cable system and all kinds of stuff. We're going to do more updates on that later when the roof comes in later on this year. They're expecting that to be done probably around September, October-ish. And then got a little bit of bad news for you for the ones with the old stadium, for the people that were expecting like a viewing party of that thing getting imploded. Well, that's not what's going to happen now. They're going to dismantle the stadium and crush it down using cranes and the proper machinery. So they're not going to implode it like originally thought. So no viewing parties on that. Sorry, folks. But when we have more info on that, when they're doing that, we'll let you know. But other than that, you want any more updates, questions, comments, let us know down in the comments below. We'll get to it as soon as we can. And other than that, I'm out. See you on the next one. Hey everyone, before we get into this next update about the new stadium.
What's up, good people? This is your boy Jock, and I'm coming to you with
So, Cleveland Brown Stadium, new one. We're just going to do a quick look into this, and I think we'll do.
Well, we are learning new details tonight about a future Brown Stadium in Brook Park. Fans will be closer to the action than ever. Architect HKS says the first row will be, get this, just 16 feet from the field, with a steep 34-degree dog pound to boost crowd noise, a standing room bridge, and a wide main concourse. A massive video screen and visiting team tunnel past the dog pound will add to the experience. That means every time the Steelers come in, they're going to have to walk right through our craziest fans. Excavation started March 2nd with a ceremonial groundbreaking scheduled in April. The goal is to open in time for that 2029 season. Well, we are learning new details tonight about a future Brown Stadium in Brook Park. Fans will be.
We're gonna probably just end it here. It was just a quick little 30 minutes live if there's anybody watching, they want to come up, they're more than welcome. But I'm about ready to get off in about 5-10 minutes. I would like to try to go to bed a little early, but you know. So anyway, I'm going to get off here. See you guys later. Do not forget there is no WNFS Wally and Friends News Network studio this Friday. There's none of that. I'm going to be gone. And my team members of WNFS will be gone also. So I might run a premiere. I don't know yet. So see you later. Everybody, I guess. I will talk to you later. Adios, amigos. See you later. Peace. Love y'all. But I will talk to you guys all later. Adios. See you later.